Hey everybody, so this is a basically answer back sort of video to Stefan Molyneux's latest video, which was, um, 1 second here, didn't even sit there and, I mean, I got the drift, and I mean, Stefan's pretty good at, actually putting forth some things, such as the peaceful parenting, the non-aggression principle, many other things. But it just seems in the last couple of years, it's almost like he's bought into like the malignant New World Order sort of thing, but a bit more covertly, and also, like it's like he's almost like, well, why don't you just come out with it, man, and just say it, I'm down with the IMF, it's all good, I'm getting paid by the IMF, I don't know. I don't know what to say, because yeah, I think, and I'm not even answering to the cancel culture video yet. And it's like, he's just flipped the script type of thing, It might have been for the fact that, when he came to when he tried to come to New Zealand and Oz and stuff, and how much he got attacked and all of that after a while, because I know all about that sort of stuff. I've been living with this sort of aggression myself for over 10 years. And yeah, it does take quite a bit of will and sacrifice to carry on keeping the right mindset and trying to do the right steps. I mean, maybe it is, maybe he is just going a little bit to the sides, how I do every now and then, because it just gets so hard, but you never forget where you're actually going and who you are. Now, he's talking about cancel culture here. Cool, yeah, it's definitely not cool, the cancel culture and that. I mean, both me and him are basically, we've got the IMF trying to attempt to cancel us. As far as I'm concerned, about me, I don't know so much about him, because obviously everybody that is getting, getting through and getting their videos watched and, making some sort of money out of it, they're definitely, if they're not given the 100% okay, they definitely got a 50% okay. Last time I checked, 50% is, in terms of maths, an average is, 100%. Someone like myself, I've been suppressed and oppressed and stuff forever, for just stupid reasons, for basically me not being able to defend myself properly and do things like I'm doing now, making videos, etc., etc., and just putting out the information, and whatever allegations, accusations I get, I will come forth and let's debate about it with reason and evidence, not with oh, I hate that guy, and just start throwing whatever you can at me, and then next minute you get a whole city or something to destroy me for no other reason than lies. Anyways, he goes on to basically protect this guy that's old, right? Supposedly he's got 85. He's 85, and he got fired from some position of power. Now, last time I checked, when you're like, it used to be like 65 or something, like the retiring age, right? If you're overworked an extra 20 years, then your retiring age, what are you doing? That's why people like myself and young people are sitting at home trying to get a job and not being successful, because you've got all these other people that not to mention from high up, that they're just obsessed with power. You know, they're on the brink of dying, and they just would not let go of that power. And I'm sure, you know, even if you know, like younger generations to come into power, they would be able to relate a bit better with the younger generation and make things work. No, these older generations, people in their 80s, 90s and stuff, they can't fathom this stuff. Like, you know, I think if they actually went boots on the ground, which would never happen, and just live in our shoes for a week, I reckon they'd die straight up. Like, they'd get a heart attack or go commit suicide, because it's horrific. It's horrific that they're used to. And I've touched, I can say I've seen and I've felt and gone through all the doctrine possible, right? To the point that, you know, I don't need to be controlled. If I have the set of rules there, and, you know, I'm being told to do stuff that's normal, I follow that. But what the way they're trying to control myself and other people like myself in my generation and younger is just gone beyond what's normal, beyond slave, beyond, you know, like we need to redefine language. Slave doesn't define what we are here anymore. Not even mine can. It goes beyond that. Right? When you get people to commit suicide, right? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? It's the most extreme form of malignant control that you could ever get. Communism, fascism, these type of dictatorships, they were horrible, but people could still follow that, right? They'd still have, even if they were doing bad things, you know, going home and crying about it, they'd still have their privacy of thought, which that would mend them, and they'd be able to wake up the next day and carry on. Nowadays, you don't have that. You don't have that, and you get shamed, ostracized, and harassed for having any thought, you know. So they expect you to be a robot when you're actually flesh and bone. Something to think about.